stuntman, he was dedicated, hard-working, respected, and he always did his best. He's the same way as an actor, and I'm proud he's my friend. Ladies and gentlemen, Richard Farnsworth.
For an awful lot of years, I've been part of a real special family, the stunt family. I've worked with some real wonderful, talented, and dedicated people. A lot of the work was kind of dangerous and difficult, but it takes a special kind of person, stunts and the gags that made the movies and the television shows what they are today. We want to give you a special treat. We put together a brand new stunt that's just for this show. It's kind of a complicated one, but it'll show you how important the timing and the teamwork is in safely getting a stunt done. Well, I'm proud of the man that's going to be involved in this stunt for a particular reason. He's not only a member of the stunt family, he's a member of my own family.
I think you ought to know a little bit about the stunt. It's got timing, teamwork, and skill. And it starts off where I play a trucker, and my truck has been hijacked, my wife has been kidnapped, and I'm in a helicopter with a buddy of mine, and we finally spot the bad guy.
Okay, let's try to get down there a little closer. Don't worry. Try to get around to the front.
Down to the front, you got it.
Yeah, she's in there all right.
There they are. He's all yours, buddy.
Stay here, Kathy. I'll be back.
Be careful, Mike.
Let's go get him, Chuck.
Okay, buddy, hang on real tight. Okay. He doesn't even know we're on his tail.
Oh, yeah? Okay, maybe we just should give him a little surprise. Can't fly this thing either.
Oh? How close you want it?
Tell you when. Okay? Good. Steady. Now.
This here is from Meatballs. This is an air ram stunt I had to do. Had to send me over 35 feet out past the dock to hit the water. If the ram didn't go and I committed, I was going to fall about 25 feet down to the deck.
The dog, look.
This next stuff is from First Blood. In the next series of scenes, it's me doubling Sylvester Stallone. It was done up in Vancouver, Canada, and it was probably one of the coldest shoots I've ever been on. I remember how cold it was doubling Stallone on this motorcycle with no sleeves and just a pair of Levi's and a tank top. It was so cold that I'd literally have to pry my hands off the bars.
Lester, this is Will. I'm right on his tail. He's just east of Smith's Farm, headed towards Chapman Creek.
What's going on?
Jumping this deuce and a half, what made it really tricky was I only had 6 feet on either side of me, and then it was a straight drop off, about 8-9 feet. In Rambo, we were limited on how many stunt guys I could take back there with me as a coordinator. So everybody had to kind of double up and do a few parts. So we all had to be versatile, so we could all do the different stunts that was needed for the filming. In this particular sequence, there was over 7,000 gallons of gas used on the top side of this mountain that they brought up on donkeys. The neat thing about this next shot is it's me jumping down through these rocks, and Stallone is waiting behind the rocks when I come down on this last one, and then he jumps out into frame.
Diamond, I will give you just a simple action cue. Cameras ready, and action!
This shot is the shot that they used on the KKK, the directors, and I was doubling Scott Bakula. We wore the same clothes, and I did the explosion for him.
Stay in the car!
Don has always put me in some neat situations.
He's the best stunt director I've ever seen. He gave it his all. Every time. Every day.
Doubling David James Elliott, and I'll tell you one thing we did, which was pretty impressive. They have some big high rocks out at Vasquez Rocks, and I ran across one and jumped out there to the skids of a helicopter, of a Huey. No harness, nothing underneath me. Rick Schuster was flying it for me. And then over to this clear area, while I was holding on around my arms, I had my arms around the skids. I just ran out and jumped and grabbed a hold. And then Rick took me over this area where he hovered just off the ground. Then Larry came in underneath it while he was hovering it and hooked me up to a cable so we could go up in the air and fly really high. That was probably a pretty dangerous stunt, yeah.
First Sergeant Tibbins.
You're gonna have to come down to NCIS with us. Come on.
Got a better idea. How about this one comes back to my place?
What we're going to do is we have a barroom fight with Michael and Cody. And what happens is they come in the bar looking for a Marine. He makes a move on her. She grabs him, throws him into the wall, and then the fight begins with our two redneck guys. Tony's going to take a chair, smash one of them in the side with it, then hit him. He'll go down. The other one's going to grab a pool cue, swing it at Michael. Michael ducks. The pool cue hits the table and breaks. Michael's going to grab a tray, use it as a shield, blocks the broken pool cue. He loses it. Michael's going to hit him back, and the big guy that he took out with the chair is going to grab him from behind. The other kid's going to come up to hit him. Michael's going to rock back and kick him over this table. They throw Michael onto the pool table. Cody goes up to the big guy from behind, kicks him between the legs. The other kid comes back. He takes a swing at her. She grabs him, flips him onto the ground. And that'd be about the end of the fight.
Now, Diamond Farnsworth will never let you get hurt, but I'm not worried about Diamond. I'm worried about my own inconsistencies. It takes a great deal of timing. There's a little bit of luck involved. You know, you've got some unknown unknowns, as Donald Rumsfeld might say.
We came in this morning, and it took us about, well, an hour and a half just to work it all out with what the director wanted to see and the writer wants to see. We have to accommodate everybody.
Okay, all right, so we just bam, and then bam, all the way through. Right.
We got a bar fight. How can we do it differently? When I read it, when I see an action sequence, a fight sequence, or a car chase, or whatever it is, a crash, explosion, those things always grab me. So how do you shoot it so it's interesting? How do you shoot it so it feels new, so it's a little different? Those are my challenges.
Action!
We got 4 stunt people and 1 actor, because I do have a double for Michael if I need him. Michael will do everything except for probably get thrown on the pool table just because it bangs the heck out of your legs when the guy throws you on it. So I'll probably use the double for that. But everything else Michael will do.
I've done some stunts over the years, and on this show, certainly more than in any other environment. And I have to say that I am of the poultry variety of actor. I say if it looks fake because it was fake, and I go home safe, then that's okay.
Cody is actually scary. She's a dancer, and she picks up on these moves really quick. And, you know, I have a double for her, but we don't get to use her very often because Cody's so good.
I've always been a very physical person, and I come from really sort of hard training as far as dance goes and movement. So there was a level of training that I am used to. So when I came to the show and they said, would you rather the stunt person do all of these tricks and all that stuff, I said, my God, this is like an actor's dream for me.
Then today, the fight up with the stunt people, where everything's gonna go. And now we just did a kind of a slow walkthrough so the actors could see. Then we'll do it one more time once we get ready to shoot it, so everybody will know where they have to be.
He's open, you know, he'll have moves to do, and he'll bring in wonderful people who will teach you certain incredibly great things that look really good on screen, and by any chance they don't work, they're open to changing things around.
It'll take us probably about 6 hours to get it done. Because once you shoot a master on it of the fight, then you got to go in and do all the close-ups. So everything from then on just replays.
And I just went for the punch because it was like, there's a punch there. Not a lot of people go to their cubicle at work and think, oh, good, I get to do a fake fight today over at by the water cooler. But on NCIS, they'll throw you into boxes or into water or shoot some guns at you. So I don't know. It's a dangerous place to live, as.
Easy, easy, heel.
I don't know what it is. Barroom fights are so much fun to do. Even the stunt people like doing barroom fights. They're just kind of something different, you know, because you don't see that many of them anymore unless you're doing a Western. So they're kind of fun to do. They really are.
Red throats.
Rednecks.
Whatever.